Meanwhile, time is running out for the House of Representatives to act on the BBL. There are only 3 weeks of House session in September, and the quorum problem continues to delay deliberations on the proposed law. Here's Freddie Abando with this report.
Plenary debates for the draft Bangsamoro Basic Law has been slow in August because of the problem of quorum and session starting late and finishing early. Time may be running out for its approval. The House has only 3 weeks in September to finish deliberations since the proposed 2016 national budget will be submitted for floor debates and approval on second reading by the 4th week. Congressman Tupay Luong, House Committee on Muslim Affairs and Vice Chairman of the House Ad Hoc Committee on the Bangsamoro, said it's a must for the House to approve the Bangsamoro Basic Law. Failure will send the wrong signals to the Moro Islamic Liberation Front.
We are now expecting next week, starting Tuesday because Monday is holiday, the priority to be discussed in the plenary will be the Bangsamoro Basic Law. But in all our conversation with the chairman, with the majority leader, with the speaker, by all means, we have to finish it before end of September. If that will not be done, meaning it's a continuation of war. And I don't believe my colleagues in Congress and even in the Senate, no one among us want war. Even he is the most vocal, perceived to be negative in his attitude, but he kept on declaring that he is for peace, he is not anti-peace, but he wants Bangsamoro Basic Law acceptable to all. I think he is at the right direction because the Bangsamoro Basic Law, on the basis of the principle of the Bangsamoro Islamic Liberation Front, they want also inclusive, not exclusive.
Although some members of the House from the Mindanao bloc have reservations in supporting the BBL's passage, the majority expressed commitment to back the President's commitment to win the peace, given its impact for the rest of Mindanao. Ending over 40 years of conflict will bring dividends of peace and development. Luong said the President's initiative is one of the major reasons Muslim leaders in the core territories of the proposed Bangsamoro entity will support the candidacy of local government Secretary Marroas for the presidency in 2016.
People cannot seem to comprehend this, but despite the fact that Davao del Norte is far from armed, at the end of the day, we're still composed of one island, which is Mindanao. No? So pretty much whatever happens within the island will affect the other provinces, irregardless if they're on one end of the other island. No? So having said that, I really believe, I strongly believe actually, that if there is peace in arm, then that will translate to peace in the entire island of Mindanao.
As a grateful people, we cannot disregard that because we are grateful people. We are Muslim. Some have done something good, we'll never forget. That is not only to be remembered by us, but that will be engraved in our heart. Yun ang characteristic ng mga Muslim. Kaya, I keep on explaining to some of our colleagues, huwag na kayo magduda sa amin. Huwag na kayo mag-isip na kami ay mag-independent, ganito, ganyan. Pagandahin na lang ninyo ang pag-alaga sa amin at magkaintindihan tayo mabuti, then we will live together forever as Filipinos.
For some members, for now, support is conditional. Members of the House who were former generals of the Philippine National Police and officers of the AFP questioned the sincerity of the Moro Islamic Liberation Front given their failure to surrender the MILF fighters involved in the massacre of 44 staff troopers in the Mamasapano. They also urged Secretary Laila de Lima to immediately name and charge those guilty for the carnage.
Our judicial authorities cannot drag their feet on these cases for reasons of political expediency. For if we do, we sacrifice at the altar of democracy the very fuel that ensures its viability, the laws of the land. Gaya po ng nasabi na namin noon pa, there cannot be peace without justice.
We are waiting We are waiting for the cases to be filed against them and those involved in the Mama Sapano incident, and determine the resolve of government, as well as those from the MILF to turn in once the warrants of arrest will issue, whether or not they are sincere enough to participate in this of bringing about justice.
For the People's Television Network, this is Freddie Abando reporting.